Hello, conscious mothers. Welcome to day 3. I am so pumped to be here with you. Tell me when you come on. I had a little delay of game, more than I planned. I thought I was going to be a few minutes late. I'm actually 13 minutes late. Delay of game, sorting out family, children's needs, family conflict. Not really conflict. Upset. Making sure everyone feels safe and loved. That is why it took me 13 extra minutes to get here, but I'm here now. So excited you're here. Tell me when you come on. Say hi. Today we're diving into day 3 of our challenge, our negativity clearing challenge. You guys, we're making progress. You're making progress. You are sorting through, yay, hi Leora. You're sorting through the weeds of noticing where you're harboring negativity, where you're dancing with it, where you're enacting it, where you're tolerating it, where you're being it, being a match for it. And we're getting closer to making some decisions about whether you want to stay in those patterns or whether you're ready for something different, something else, something more. Thanks, Leora. Yeah, 13 minutes to secure family safety, emotional safety. Not bad. Thank you. I'm receiving that with an open heart. That's true. It's pretty successful. We're getting quick, as putting these practices in place over the years. It's pretty quick now. All right, yeah, and that's great. That's got great evidence for me to stack that what I'm doing is working because I can see that my children are following my lead. They just jump right in. They know they're going to feel good if they do what I'm prompting them to do. They know they're going to feel as good and as happy and as grounded and safe as I do because they know I'm doing the work. And then they do. And it works. I can see the result of it. This is not the topic of today's talk, but it's life happening in motherhood. And it's something to relish in and for me to celebrate. It's my celebration for today. Okay, you guys. Welcome to day 3 of our challenge. I am so glad you're here with me and just really, really, really excited for what I'm going to throw at you today. So, congratulations to all of you who've been participating, who've been commenting, who've been doing the work in the privacy of your own life, body, home, family. And my intention for you is that you have more coming into your awareness, and so that you will soon find out you have some choice about what you do with this, what you do with your new ability to observe and find out and see where you are and how it's working for you. Okay, I have so many ideas coming through today. I had to really narrow it down in planning this challenge because we could go really, really big if we wanted to do this as a 3-week challenge. But for a 4-day challenge, I want to keep it simple so that you can succeed. All right. Tell me, let's have you just hit the like button to participate in this one. If you've done the 2 days prior to today, have you done tracking to see, is it your body, is it thoughts, is it emotions, or just tally marks to see how often you're engaging with or allowing negativity, right? So click the like button if you've done that piece so far. And then if you've done day 2, which was to interrupt the pattern. Yesterday, I gave you a really simple task. It is a no-fail task. The only way you can fail is by giving up. All you had to do was notice when you're in a moment of negativity, right? A feeling, snapping at someone, grumbling, pitying, feeling victim-y, talking to yourself about that, muttering. That used to be one of my favorite ones, just muttering to myself, just blah, blah, blah. To interrupt that pattern and to say something along the lines of, I am having this experience. This experience is mine. And the reason why I had you do that piece is so that you could wake yourself up, snap yourself into consciousness and into action. Okay, When we're complaining, when we're venting, when we are muttering, when we're or yelling at the kids, all of those all of those are showing us we are in a disempowered state. All right? When you're living in negativity, when that's your home, you're living consistently in a disempowered state. You may have other moments where you are living in an empowered state, where you are connecting with what you want to connect with, where you are being present for yourself or your kids. But in the moments in between, where your mind is defaulting to negativity, you're swimming in the disempowerment soup that so many are stuck in, drowning in motherhood. And you know what? We can't change it if we can't see it. So that's the whole purpose of the challenge. We can't change it if we can't see it. We can't do anything about it, right? So tell me, did you interrupt the pattern? Did you succeed with that? And I want to hear how that went for you. A couple of you weighed in. I want to really congratulate those of you who reported back. When you comment, when you report back, when you participate, then more comes back to you. Okay, maybe from me, maybe from the universe, maybe from your life. Just giving you something more, some more guidance and direction. And now we're to day 3. So the first thing I want to say, I want to just kind of recap our why we're tracking to notice, why we're then clapping ourselves awake and interrupting the pattern and saying, I did this. I am doing this. And why we're coming to day 3, which is about that birth, that realization, that new birthing of a realization that not only am I choosing to slide into the negative or to tolerate these unconscious patterns that are heavy, that are depressing, that are about unworthiness, that I now put on my kids and they're not enough and they feel it. When we see that, when we notice that, then we will have an option to change it. And this is the work that I'm doing every day with my clients in Awakened Motherhood. I'm showing them where they haven't given themselves a choice. I'm showing you as moms where you have sort of given up your power, relinquished your power to circumstance or to maybe a partner who has a stronger personality than you, or to a kiddo that's high needs or really determined, spirited, that kind of rules your world. And you just are living in reactive mode to that. This exercise is to open your eyes and wake you up to the experience of not only do you have a choice, you're already choosing. One way or another, you're already choosing. So you're choosing to complain about life or to feel overwhelmed by life or to feel not able to handle something and like there's no hope, or you're choosing despair. You're choosing powerlessness when you choose those things. And what I mean is you're choosing by default. Like none of us wake up and go like, today I'm going to feel hopeless. That's why we're doing this challenge, because you don't even realize that those thoughts are just coming in. They're flooding in and they feel like dread. They feel like exhaustion. They feel like overwhelm or like being amped up, anxious. But what's underneath that is I've made a decision to allow that. I've made a decision that this is just what my life is like. This is what motherhood is like, that it has to be hard. I've made a decision, default mode, unconscious decision, granted. No one's consciously waking up and being like, today I want to feel despair. We didn't ever think of that word, but we feel like giving up. We just go, whatever, I'm failing. So what is that? What that is an underlying pattern, cause, belief system, call it whatever you want to call it, that results in us feeling overwhelmed, wanting to give up, feeling defeated, right? Too much to do, never get it done, not enough time, never going to get there, never done. No matter how many times you fold the laundry, it's never done. I know it's a silly example, but I also talk to people every day who are so defeated by the amount of crap that they've agreed to do within themselves. And then by default mode, everyone in the house then expects you to do all the things and be the holder of all the things. And it's just a load of crap. But we've agreed to it. And the point of today's task I'm going to give you is I signed up for it. Unconsciously, I am choosing, up to this point, I have been choosing to go about my life and motherhood this certain way, to allow the negativity, to be so out of balance that I hate everything, to be so out of balance that I can't stand anyone or whatever, wherever you are. Right? Making sense so far? Okay. Hi, Keely. Thanks for commenting. Hi, Kim. Awesome, you guys. Okay. So, if this is making sense so far, then that brings us up to the day 3 challenge. So, yesterday we interrupted a pattern. We interrupted a pattern to go like, I'm awake. I'm waking up in this. I'm awake in this. I am going to be aware of the actions I'm taking, which brings us to the next step. And the next step, yesterday may have been a bit of a painful step, and it may have felt punishing to not know what to do next to stay out of it, because you just kind of go like, oh my God, this is happening. And then there's a, oh my gosh, like this is happening. And I feel terrible and I don't like it. So if what you can see is I don't like it, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't help my kids to behave any better. It doesn't give me the kind of attention and cooperation that I'm looking for. It doesn't result in a partner who adores me. It just doesn't result in any of those things. It repels people for us to hold negativity. You guys already know that. It's the best kind of repellent to other friends, adults, family members. And it also is something that our kids try to take on because they don't want us to feel that way. So they'd rather be the problem than watch us suffer, especially young kids, especially. So it becomes a family issue. The negativity gets taken on in the family. So after we interrupt the pattern, what this brings us to when we go like, I'm doing this, I'm choosing this. This is mine. This is mine to have. It's mine to fix. All right. Day 3 of the challenge is all about what do I want and what do I choose? Now, by this point in the challenge, you are far enough in to notice that you are holding negativity, you're expressing it, you're trying to avoid it, whatever, it's in you, right? Or it's in the family system. And once you've identified that, then your next step is, do I want this? Is this what I want? You get to answer that for yourself. Does it feel good? Do I like it? Do I want this? And then the next question is, what do I choose then? If this is not what I want, if you go, do I want it to be this way? Is this the result that I want to have? If your answer is no, if your answer is, I want something else, then your next step is, then do I want to continue to choose this or do I want to choose something else? And when you're able to reach that point, when you're able to see that, do I want to keep choosing this? Yes or no? Then you have birthed a new part of yourself. It's the center, the seed of your power. It is that place where God consciousness lives in you and awakens in you. It's the place where you remember that you have your own identity, your own sense of self, your own gift of life and how you want to live it. And from there, you get to have your own desires. You get to see what you actually want. First, you have to notice where you are. Then you have to wake yourself up and go, I'm doing this. I've been participating in these ways, in these areas. And then you go like, oh my gosh, look at the impact of this. No judgment, and leave the fear, check the fear at the door, but just take a non-judgy look at the result of the choices that you've been making, right? This is where I've been hanging out, for better or worse. I didn't know any better. I didn't have the tools and skills to shift this on my own. Okay, fine, no judgment. Just this is what I've been doing. How does it feel? Oh my gosh. In these ways it's really not working for me. And there are going to be ways it's working for you. Got to be honest about that, or you wouldn't be doing it. So in some way it's protective. In some way it's building maybe a wobbly sense of safety, but a sense of safety. In some ways it's giving you space you need. You don't know how to take in an empowered way. It's giving you time you need. You don't know how to take in an empowered way. Or it's giving you a sense of identity. Maybe your ego is really fed by this. I do everything. I do all the things. I'm good at all the things. I'm the only one who can do all the things. But the result of it is all that matters. If it's killing you, then let's build that identity in some more constructive way. Let's remove the crappy part of that system and replace it with something that is going to build in you a true empowered identity as a woman, a caregiver, a mother, a career woman, a professional, living in your gifts. So you're enjoying the result of that, not just giving it all away, right? So this is how we get into lopsided, imbalanced territory and deplete ourselves as moms. And then our families breed conflict and negativity and all the yucky stuff that we don't want. The pain that we feel when we're in a place we don't want to be in, the pain is a gift. The pain shows us that I'm in conflict with a part of my true self. I'm wrestling. I'm living out of sync with the desire I have for peace, for order in my home, for calm, for respect. If you're not experiencing respect, calm, order, peace, connection, true connection, you're likely, because nobody wants those things, out of alignment with your true desire. Okay, so the challenge today is to ask yourself, and then we're going to wrap up, is this what I want? And is this what I want to keep choosing? All right. And bonus points if you can take some notes or drop in the comments of the results of continuing to make the choice to engage with or harbor or embody the negativity that you've been holding. Okay? And the point of all this is noticing, we're going to get to tomorrow, you have some desires in there that are different from this, or this wouldn't hurt. You wouldn't be striving to change it. You wouldn't be pushing the boundary here and being like, I don't want to stay like this. You wouldn't be showing up to a challenge like this if you didn't have a sense that you have a desire that's much more beautiful for yourself, for your family, for your health, your happiness, than what's going on right now. Okay, so we're going to bridge into that tomorrow. But for today, is this what I want? Yes or no? Is this what I want to keep choosing? Yes or no? So again, planting your feet, getting into a more empowered state. And I want you to write down and drop in the comments how you know that. If your answer is yes, it's working for me, I'm out of here, you probably won't bother to leave a comment. If it's no, this isn't working for me, here's how I know. Write down how you know. Okay? So do those things. Engage, participate. I can't wait to come back and see your answers. Good luck with the challenge. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.